Have you ever noticed how some people can walk into a room and instantly command attention? Not because they're loud, not because they're famous, but something about them makes people listen. And then there are others. Smart, talented, hardworking, but somehow invisible. Their ideas get ignored. Their presence barely registers. They leave a conversation feeling like they said nothing worth hearing. I've been both of these people. For years, I was the second person. I'd walk into meetings prepared with great ideas and somehow leave feeling like no one had even noticed I was there. I thought the problem was what I was saying. So I prepared more. I researched more. I spoke louder. Nothing changed. Then I discovered something that completely shifted my perspective. The problem wasn't what I was saying. The problem was what I was communicating before I even opened my mouth. Here's the thing most people don't realize. Research shows that when you meet someone, their brain forms an impression of you in less than 7 seconds. 7 seconds. Before you've said anything meaningful. Before they know your name. Before they've heard your best idea. And that impression is shaped almost entirely by things you never knew mattered. Today, I want to share 5 nonverbal habits that completely changed the way people respond to me. And the best part, you can start practicing them today. No special skills required. Number 1, own your space. Think about how most people stand. Their shoulders are rounded. Their weight shifts from foot to foot. Their hands fidget. Their head is slightly down. Without realizing it, they're sending a clear signal. I'm not sure I belong here. Now think about someone who commands respect. They stand differently. Their shoulders are open. Their posture is relaxed but upright. They take up space. Not aggressively. Just comfortably. Here's the psychology behind it. Your body doesn't just reflect your emotions. It creates them. When people hold powerful postures for just 2 minutes, their testosterone levels increase and their cortisol levels decrease. In other words, your posture doesn't just change how others see you. It changes how you see yourself. So try this. Before your next important conversation, stand tall for 2 minutes. Shoulders back. Head up. Feet planted. You'll notice something shift. Not just in how others perceive you, but in how you feel about yourself. Number 2, slow down. This one sounds simple, but it's one of the most powerful changes you can make. Most people rush. They walk quickly. They speak quickly. They respond immediately. They fill every silence with words. And subconsciously, speed communicates something. It communicates nervousness. It communicates uncertainty. It communicates that you're not fully in control. Now contrast that with someone who moves slowly. Not sluggish. Intentional. They take their time before answering. They pause between sentences. They're not rushed by the urgency around them. What does that communicate? Calmness. Control. Confidence. Here's a simple experiment. The next time someone asks you a question, pause for 3 seconds before answering. Just 3 seconds. It will feel like an eternity to you. But to them, it will feel thoughtful. Measured. Confident. And here's the surprising part. When you pause, people actually listen more carefully to what you say next. Silence creates anticipation. It makes your words feel more important. Number 3, master the art of eye contact. This was the hardest one for me personally. Because looking people in the eye felt intense. Uncomfortable. Almost vulnerable. But here's what I learned. Eye contact is the fastest way to build trust. When you look someone in the eye, you're sending a signal. I'm present. I'm engaged. I have nothing to hide. Most people avoid eye contact because it feels vulnerable. They look at the floor. They look at their phone. They glance around the room. And without realizing it, they're broadcasting insecurity. The key is balance. You don't want to stare intensely. That creates discomfort. Instead, try the triangle technique. Look at one eye for a few seconds. Then the other eye. Then their mouth. Then back to the eyes. This creates a natural, comfortable rhythm. And it makes the other person feel like they're the most important person in the room. Here's something I noticed immediately when I started practicing this. Conversations felt different. Deeper. More connected. People opened up more. They trusted me faster. All from a simple change in where I looked. Number 4, speak less to say more. Most people believe that influence comes from talking. The more you say, the more you contribute, the more people will value you. But the opposite is often true. Think about the most respected person you know. Do they talk the most in meetings? Or do they speak selectively, only when they have something meaningful to add? In almost every case, it's the second option. Here's why. When you speak less, your words gain weight. People learn that when you open your mouth, it's worth listening to. You become the person who doesn't waste words. Compare that to someone who fills every silence. After a while, people stop filtering what they say because they've learned that most of it isn't important. I learned this lesson from a mentor years ago. He was in a meeting where everyone was arguing. Voices rising. Opinions clashing. He sat quietly for nearly 20 minutes. Then he spoke 5 sentences. 5. And those 5 sentences changed the direction of the entire conversation. Afterward, I asked him how he did it. He said something I've never forgotten. When everyone is shouting, the quietest voice is the most powerful. Number 5, this is the most important one. Be comfortable in your own silence. This goes beyond pausing before you speak. This is about becoming someone who doesn't need external validation. Most people feel the need to fill silence because silence feels like judgment. If no one is talking, something must be wrong. So they rush to fill the gap with words. With jokes. With explanations. But here's the truth. People who are comfortable with silence project a quiet confidence that's almost impossible to fake. Think about it. When you're truly confident, you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to convince anyone. You're content to observe, to think, to wait. And that comfort becomes magnetic. People feel it. They respect it. So here's a challenge. This week, practice just one of these 5 habits. Maybe it's standing taller. Maybe it's pausing before you speak. Maybe it's making eye contact a little longer. Don't try all 5 at once. That's where people fail. Pick one. Practice it until it feels natural. Then add another. Because here's the thing I learned the hard way. Respect isn't something you demand. It's something you communicate. And most of the time, you communicate it long before you say a single word. If this message resonated with you, let me know in the comments which habit you're going to practice first. I read every single response. And in the next video, I'll show you the one question that instantly reveals whether someone respects you or not. Trust me, the answer will surprise you. Thank you for spending this time with me. And I'll see you in the next one.